You should talk to him. You can't avoid it forever.
I can try, can't I?
I'm glad that you called, and I'm happy to talk. But I'm not sure that I'm interested.
Is our visitor ready?
Yes, she's watching until I call her over.
This is going to be good.
I'm Miss Jean. Join me on a trip to Discovery Mountain, where the air is clear enough to hear your imagination, and where every day is an exercise in faith. Join me for today's expedition in Discovery Mountain. In our last episode, we heard the story of how Hannah Lewis and Mabel Peabody knew each other a long time ago. I'm glad that they finally talked. And we also heard a loud crash. Jamey crashed her granddad's car. I'm glad that she's all right, but how did Mr. Simon feel about the car's damage? And how is Jake doing teaching the 1st to 3rd graders? Today's episode is called Listening, and it's the last one of this season. Let's exercise our faith and our listening skills, 2 things that go together more than you might have realized.
Logan, you don't have to knock. Oh, Jamey, come on in.
Hi, Mrs. Lewis.
I thought you were Logan on his way home from school.
Oh, no, just me.
You're welcome anytime. It's funny having you here and Kayla so far away.
Yeah, I miss her. But it does sound like she's having an amazing time at the mission school.
Yes, Zambia is beautiful. It stole my heart. Are you okay, Jamey? Mabel told me all about your accident.
Oh, I'm fine. The car, not so much.
Oh, Jamey, come and meet Rocky.
Oh, I know Rocky. I taught him my name at Mrs. Torres' house last year. Let's see if he remembers.
Okay.
Hi, Rocky. Can you say hi, Jamey? Hi, Jamey?
I guess not. But he is a smart bird. He says...
Hi, Jamey. He said it.
So he did. I'm impressed.
Stormy, come here, girl. I came to see you. Oh, come here. Don't be scared of me.
Jamey, why would Stormy be scared of you?
Well, I crashed Granddad's car when she ran in front of me. The noise must have scared her.
Oh, that's Mr. Reader. I'd better answer that.
Okay. Come here, Stormy. See, we're still friends. I'm sorry if I scared you. You know I didn't mean to scare you. I was just trying not to hurt you. But I did hurt my car. Granddad trusted me with his car, but I ruined everything.
Sorry about that, Jamey. That was an important call.
Oh, it's all right. Stormy and I were just having a talk. She's a good little listener.
Jamey, you can stay and talk to Stormy for as long as you like. But I have to head over to the school now.
Oh, that's all right. I have to get to Truckers anyway. I told Granddad I'd watch the store for him, so I'll be going.
I'm really nervous about this.
About going to the school? Is Logan in trouble?
No, I don't think so anyway. Mr. Rita wants me to come in for an interview.
An interview?
Yes, for the 1st to 3rd grade teacher position.
Oh, Mrs. Lewis, you'd be perfect for that job. Didn't you teach 1st grade in Zambia?
Yeah, mostly. I taught 3rd when I started in the mission school.
Perfect. See, only 2nd grade would be new. What? What'd I say?
Before we left for Zambia, I taught 2nd grade for 9 years.
Mrs. Lewis, you'll be perfect for that class.
I don't know. I was kind of hoping for a little break from teaching. Maybe catch up on a few things here. Maybe write a book about my experience. All the things I'd be too busy for if I went right back to teaching.
Well, God will impress you to do what He wants you to do.
Yes, I believe you, Jamey. I'd better get ready. Bye, Jamey.
Bye, Jamey. Bye, Rocky, you funny parakeet, you.
Jamey, there you are.
Oh, hi, Granddad.
Jamey, I wanted to talk to you about the car.
Granddad, I have a lot of homework. Could I work on that? I'll still listen for the door and watch for customers.
All right. Well, I have some bookkeeping to take care of at my desk.
Okay.
Well, there she goes. Earbuds in again. My own granddaughter would rather listen to a podcast than talk.
Mrs. Peabody, how may I help you?
Hi, Jamey. Do you have any butterscotch chips?
Butterscotch chips. Let's look over in the baking section. Let's see. Oh, here you go.
Thanks. I just can't get over how well stocked Trekkers is. You have everything.
We try. Granddad likes his customers to be happy.
He sure does. Jamey, how are you doing since your car crash? You really scared Judah and me.
I know, you were so nice calming me down. I'm doing fine. I just haven't talked to my granddad about it too much. I feel terrible about his car.
Well, I know he's happy that you're all right. You should talk to him. You can't avoid it forever.
I can try, can't I?
You should listen to him. Hear him out.
I know. I just feel so bad still.
Listen to him, Jamey. He loves you. Now, how much do I owe you?
Let's ring these up on the cash register and find out. What are you baking?
I owe an old friend some cookies. Ooh, she's going to be surprised.
Ooh, sounds yummy. And if you run out of any ingredients, you know where to find them.
I sure do. Thanks, Jamey. Bye.
Bye. Granddad?
Oh, don't worry, honey. I won't interrupt your homework. I just came to get a cup of tea.
Granddad, can we talk?
Yes, of course.
I've sort of been avoiding you.
Really? I hadn't noticed.
Granddad, I feel terrible about the car. I kept all my promises to you and to Dad, and I still crashed it. And right after you told me how proud you were of me.
Jamey, I'm just glad that you're all right.
Oh, I know you have to say that, but you must be disappointed. Even just a little.
Jamey Simon, listen to me. The car is fixable. Stan gave me the number of someone who specializes in classic cars. He's coming to look at it on Monday.
Really?
Yes. Even when we keep our promises and follow the rules, accidents still happen.
You really do forgive me?
Of course I do.
Oh, thank you, Granddad, for trusting me. I'm so glad that I finally listened and stopped avoiding you.
Good. Now, there is a job I've been needing someone to help with. The bathroom is needing a whole bunch.
Oh, what's that, Granddad? I'm listening to a podcast. I can't quite make out what you're saying.
That's my girl.
Mrs. Lewis, please come in.
Hey, Mr. Reader.
Please take a seat. I'm glad you were available to come in.
Yes, me too.
Mrs. Lewis, we're all so happy that you and Logan are back in Discovery Mountain.
Thank you. We're happy to be settling back in.
Well, as you may have heard, Mrs. Hall's daughter had twins.
Yes, I heard. A double blessing.
Absolutely. And after shuffling around a few of my staff, I've been searching for a new first, second, and third grade teacher.
I'm certain that God will lead you to just the right person.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way. You see, I've been interviewing, and I've talked to God a lot about this.
Yes?
Well, I've learned to listen when God impresses me about things. And, well, he impressed me to invite you to interview for the position.
I'm glad that you called, and I'm happy to talk. But I'm not sure that I'm interested.
Yes, you told me last week about your book idea. I know that you're looking for a little quiet time now that you're home.
I really am. I've been in the mission field for 2 years. I just want a little time to enjoy my family.
Well, I respect that. Tell me, what was your favorite part about teaching in Zambia?
Teaching in Zambia? Oh, where do I start? The children, of course.
Yes, well, how many students did you have?
Well, that changed all the time. You see, in the mission field, the families can often only afford to send one child at a time. The others were needed to help on the farms.
Even the youngest children have responsibilities on the farm?
Yes, they do. And when the little ones arrived at school, they were so eager to learn. Teaching them to read and print their names was such a joy. They wanted to be there, to learn.
Teaching is your calling. I can hear it in your voice.
Teaching a child to learn and to learn about Jesus in particular, now that's my passion.
That happens in the mission field. And this is our mission field, right here.
I know. I'm Mr. Reader. I love to teach. And I have to admit that I've been praying and listening to God too.
And what has he impressed you about it?
Well, I haven't wanted to listen. I wanted to relax and write.
Well, what is God telling you that he wants for you?
I wasn't sure until just now. Do you know the most valuable thing that I learned in the mission field?
What's that?
To listen when God calls you to do something. He knows his plan for us before we do.
Oh, that's a valuable lesson. I agree.
Mr. Reader, may I have the weekend to decide?
Yes, please. Talk to your family and pray about it. Let me know on Monday.
I will.
Welcome to church, Caleb.
Hey, Pastor Peabody. Thanks. Have you seen Chaplain Jake?
Not so far.
Oh, well, that's okay. I'll wait for him here in the lobby.
Sounds good.
Honey, is she here yet?
Hannah Lewis? Not yet, but I'm watching for her, so don't worry.
Mrs. Peabody, those cookies look good.
Oh, I'd offer you some, Caleb, but they're about 10 years in the making.
10-year-old cookies? Yeah, I'll pass.
Not 10 years old, just 10 years overdue.
Hey, Pastor Peabody.
Welcome, Jake.
Chaplain Jake, there you are. I've been looking for you. I need help setting up in the youth chapel.
Never fear, Caleb. Chaplain Jacob P. Donovan is here at your service.
Come on.
Mabel, Hannah's on her way up the steps.
I'm so nervous.
Is our visitor ready?
Yes, she's watching until I call her over.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Good morning, Pastor Peabody.
Good morning, Mrs. Lewis. Hi, Logan.
Hey, Pastor Peabody.
Jake and Caleb just went to the youth chapel. If you hurry, you can catch them.
All right.
Hannah, I made you a present.
Mabel, you didn't have to. Oh, oatmeal butterscotch cookies.
And I have a surprise.
Oh,
After we talked in the cafe, I called someone and told her about our talk.
you did? Oh no. Did you call who I think you called?
It's all right. She wants to talk to you. Come on over.
Hi, Hannah. It's been a long time.
Rhonda? It has been a long time.
Listen, I owe you an apology.
Well, thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate that.
I also owe you this.
Oh, what is it?
It's a little late.
Your cookie recipe.
Hannah, I was going through a really difficult time when we met. I didn't always behave well.
It was a tough time for all of us.
I've kept track of you over the years.
You have?
Yeah, you dedicated 2 years of your life to mission service.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand it.
I didn't at first, but I think I do now. God answered your prayer for your son, and you promised to give back to him, just like Hannah did in the story in 1 Samuel.
Yes, that's exactly it. I promised God I'd give him 2 years of missionary service if he gave me another child.
Tisha, she was the one that connected you with the mission school, didn't she?
She did. Say, I didn't know you were a Christian, Rhonda.
Well, I'm not, but my neighbor is studying the Bible with me. Hannah, you inspired me to learn more about God. Can you ever forgive me?
Of course I can.
I'm so happy to see you two hug. I'm going to cry.
Why don't you three go and visit in the kitchen? It seems like you have some catching up to do.
Good idea. We'll be back in time for your sermon, I promise.
Some things, believe it or not, are more important than my sermon. Go. Take your time.
You're the best. Thanks, hon.
Mom, look! Ricky and Rocky are talking to each other.
I don't know if they're happy to see each other or arguing.
Well, they are brothers. Definitely arguing.
Lunch will be ready soon, boys.
Thanks, Mrs. Lewis.
Peabody, catch.
Got it. What am I supposed to do with this?
It's lettuce. Wash it, chop it, and put it in the salad bowl.
I see. You invited us over for lunch after church just to put me to work.
There's no such thing as a free lunch.
Hannah, what can I do to help?
Let's see. If you want to slice up this red pepper for the salad, and keep an eye on our husbands over there, that'll help.
Did you ever think we'd be having lunch together?
Nope. Mabel, thanks for inviting Rhonda today.
Of course. And she stayed for the whole church service.
I know. I hope we see her again.
Me too.
I'll get it.
Officer Lewis, there's a 1037 out past the summer camp and something smells good.
Deputy, forget your nose. What kind of suspicious vehicle?
A red sedan.
Deputy? Oh no. You have to leave, don't you?
I'm sorry, honey. There's a 1037.
Sorry you're gonna miss that delicious food.
Go and keep our town safe. I'll save some food for both of you.
Thank you, ma'am. Boy, I'm glad you're back in town.
Not as glad as I am, Deputy.
Be safe.
Did I cut this lettuce right?
Looks good to me. Well, Officer Lewis has been called out on police business. Looks like it's just us for lunch.
Well, you have friends to keep you and Logan company, Hannah.
Friends. That has a nice ring to it.
I couldn't agree more.
The Lewis and the Peabody families are friends. Does that make you as happy as it does me? We'll be right back with more of Samuel's story from 1 Samuel, and we'll find out if Mrs. Lewis accepts the teaching job or not. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, it's Sean Boonstra, Speaker Director of The Voice of Prophecy. Has Discovery Mountain been an encouragement to the children in your life? Weekly Discovery Mountain episodes are made possible through the generosity of our supporters. Would you like to join us as a supporter? Call us at 1-877-566-7365.
Chaplain Jake?
Oh, Mr. Reader, sir. Come in. I'm getting ready for Bible class. You know, I was skeptical when you asked me to combine sophomore Bible with grades 1 through 3, but it's actually working.
Well, Jake, let's take a seat. I need to talk to you about something.
Yes, indeedy. Teaching this class has been a breeze. Don't worry, I will not break my promise.
Jake, sit down.
Oh, okay, Mr. Reader.
I have found a teacher for this class.
You have? Well, that's good news, right?
Yes, I believe so. Hannah Lewis has accepted the position. She has many years of experience teaching first, second, and third graders.
Well, that's good. I mean, yeah, it is good. But, Mr. Reader, sir?
Yes, Jake?
I thought I'd feel relieved. I actually feel sad.
Jake, that means that you put your whole heart into teaching these kids, and you did a great job.
Well, what do I do now? I mean, I'm so used to teaching all these classes. I'm gonna have nothing but time on my hands.
I wouldn't worry about that, Jake. God will give you an idea for what to do next to minister to these kids.
I suppose he will.
He will. This is your mission field. Just listen.
When does Mrs. Lewis start?
Tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Chaplain Jake, are we gonna hear the part where Samuel hears a voice?
Oh, you'll find out just as soon as class starts, Ian.
Yay!
Enjoy this last class, Jake. You're making a difference.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Reader, sir.
As the students, younger and older, filtered into the classroom for Bible class, Jake quietly started putting his belongings in a pile. He would miss this Bible class, but he wasn't finished yet.
All right, class, now who can remember where we were in 1 Samuel?
I do.
Okay, go for it.
The part where Samuel hears the voice.
Right! 1 Samuel chapter 3, verse 1. The boy Samuel ministered before the Lord under Eli.
Good night, Priest Eli.
Good night, Samuel. Sleep well, my son. He had no idea that I stole it from him. And he still doesn't know what I did with his wife.
Try not to listen to them, Samuel.
I'm used to them, Priest Eli. They don't keep me awake.
You shouldn't be used to them. Samuel, I failed them as a father. I only hope that I'm teaching you enough to make up for it.
Priest Eli, I love you like my own father.
You do? Sleep well, my boy.
Samuel was lying down in the house of the Lord, and then the Lord called Samuel.
Samuel. Samuel.
Priest Eli, I'm here. You called me?
I did not call. Go back and lie down.
Samuel. Samuel.
Priest Eli, I'm here. You called me?
My son, I did not call. Go back and lie down.
A third time the Lord called Samuel.
Samuel. Samuel.
Priest Eli, I'm here. You called me.
I didn't call. It's the Lord who's calling you. Go and lie down, and if he calls you, say, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening."
Samuel. Samuel.
Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening.
See, I'm about to do something in Israel that will make the ears of everyone who hears about it tingle.
Samuel listened.
At that time, I will carry out against Eli everything I have spoken against his family, from beginning to end. For I told him that I would judge his family forever because of the sin he knew about. His sons blasphemed God, and he failed to restrain them.
Samuel went back to sleep until morning, and then opened the doors of the house of the Lord. He was afraid to tell Eli the vision.
Samuel, my son, what was it God said to you? Don't hide it from me.
So Samuel told him everything, hiding nothing from him.
He is the Lord. Let him do what is good in his eyes.
Priest Eli, I will remember everything you taught me.
I know you will, my son. I know.
The Lord was with Samuel as he grew up and let none of Samuel's words fall to the ground. Samuel grew to be a prophet of God.
Jesse, are all of your sons here?
God blessed Samuel all the days of his life. Samuel listened to the voice of God, and God changed his life for the better.
Wow, did God really talk to Samuel?
He did, and Samuel listened. You know, God still shows us his will today. Listen, and he'll guide you.
Will God talk out loud?
Well, not usually. See, we can hear him when we pray and when we read the Bible. Hey, what's that noise?
Caleb has his earbuds in.
Caleb! Caleb!
Oh, no. Sorry, Chaplain Jake. I listened to the Bible story.
Now what are you doing?
I'm listening to a podcast. It's had a really good part
That's
about...
not what I meant about listening.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chaplain Jake. You see, podcasts, they just speak to me.
Now, where was I? Hey, that's it!
What, Chaplain Jake?
A podcast. It's my next thing.
You're gonna start a podcast? Awesome!
I'll call it Jake's Trail Mix Show. Jake's Perfecto Show.
What will it be about? You know? Like what genre?
Oh, I don't know. Different things, odds and ends.
Like what about?
Jake's Take.
Jake's Take, an oddcast you can trust.
Class dismissed. I have a podcast to make.
Chaplain Jake.
Yes, Ian?
Thanks for telling the story of Hannah and Samuel.
Oh, you're welcome, Ian. Keep listening for God's voice, okay?
I will, I promise.
Ian really appreciated the story of Hannah and Samuel, didn't he?
He did. And you know, I did too.
Me too. I've always found this story to be meaningful, and I learned a lot more during this season.
It exercised my faith. Like Ian, I want to listen for God's voice in my life too.
Samuel's experience really is a faith exerciser. He was a young boy when he said those words to God.
What was his answer again exactly? Can you read it for us?
Oh, sure. Let's see. It's found in 1 Samuel chapter 3, and here it is, verse 10. Now the Lord came and stood and called as at other times, Samuel, Samuel. And Samuel answered, Speak, for your servant hears.
That's right. God really did use Samuel throughout his life.
Right. Samuel was the prophet who anointed David as king.
Yes, and if you're listening at home and haven't listened to season 10 yet, Oshkosh or Bust, take a listen. It's all about the story of David.
Yes, great recommendation. And now that this season, Promises, is finished, we'll need more to listen to.
Right. If you're a new listener, there's lots to catch up on.
And if you're all caught up, don't worry. There's something new from us every Wednesday. We'll have a few mini adventures between now and our next full season.
And did I hear right? Is Jake starting a podcast?
Right. And it had a strange name.
Yeah, it was Jake's Take, an odd cast you can trust. I wonder where we can listen to it.
Well, visit discoverymountain.com to find out.
Well, I'll do that. And also, be sure to sign up for our e-newsletter for all the latest information and inside scoop on our next episode.
And follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for all that information, too. And Director Doug, is there something new for our listeners to watch, too?
Well, it's the end of the season, and that means, yes, there's a new blooper video.
Oh, good. I love the blooper videos, even if you do include me.
And I often do. We all need to learn to laugh at ourselves, and sometimes I laugh at myself, too.
Well, you know, you are right. So visit us at discoverymountain.com and scroll down to the Director Doug area of the homepage to watch the Season 13 bloopers.
We'll see you there.
I'm Miss Jean, and you've been listening to Discovery Mountain. To listen to other episodes and to send us a message, visit us at discoverymountain.com or write to us at Discovery Mountain, P.O. Box 999, Loveland, Colorado, 80539. And in Canada, write to Box 2127, Oshawa, Ontario, L1H7V4. This has been a production of The Voice of Prophecy. Join us again next time here at Discovery Mountain. Listening was written by Jean Boonstra, produced by Steve Phillips, and post-produced in Ontario, Canada by Douglas Bruce and Danny Columbi. Recorded in Loveland, Colorado at the Voice of Prophecy studio. Visit discoverymountain.com/cast for a full list of all the characters and the voice actors who played them in this season and more.